Upon the initiation of the teleportation sequence, a half-dozen encrypted pre-signals would be sent. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Storytime with Hypnalis. You can go anywhere you want in a matter of seconds. The commercial blares across the city for the 100th time today. The teleportation device has been the hottest selling item of the century. A massive transition has taken place from the standard way we commute to a more efficient one. The effects of climate change were at an all-time high. A solution needed to be constructed across all medium. The scientific community was appointed a massive task. Solve it without infringing on people's well-being. A few years later, the first teleportation device was created. The teleportation device was used for everything, from personal travel to shipment of goods. The device would break apart the person into his or her atomic structure. A header would be added to the instructions on how to reassemble the person upon arrival. The footer would signify the end of the atomic sequence. Satellites beamed the signal from one place to the next. The creator, Boris Zerdev, received the Nobel Prize, which he refused. He single-handedly solved most world problems. Cars disappeared over the next few years, followed by trains, planes, and all other forms of fueled vehicles. World hunger was cured. Food and water could be teleported to even the most remote regions of the planet. Crime fell to an all-time low. Police could respond to the location within a matter of seconds. Everything seemed to be going well. Lurking behind the shadows was a new form of cybercriminal, whose sole purpose was to disrupt this utopia the world had become accustomed to. Their argument was that the teleportation device went against God. If God chose for people to die, who were we to stop them? The attack was simple. Disrupt the signal and inject a new header and footer in the middle of the sequence. Parts of a person would beam to one location while the other parts would appear at another location. It took months before the Cybersecurity Council could locate the means of injection and help solve the issue. Fear consumed the public, and a re-emerging market of vehicles started taking the world by storm. It seemed that every positive that was done was wiped out overnight for an ever-increasing part of the population. To combat the plunge into oblivion, the world leaders called for an emergency council. A decision was made to create a world cybersecurity task force that would monitor each transmission. Also, instead of just beaming up to a satellite and down to the desired location, the world was forced to construct a number of nodes that the transmission would travel through before reaching the satellite and after. The nodes would monitor the header and footer transmission. Upon the initiation of the teleportation sequence, a half-dozen encrypted pre-signals would be sent. The node would know the length of the sequence to expect. Any tampering of the sequence would result in the node sending the signal to a collection node where an attempt would be made to reconstruct the person. The cybersecurity task force would also be tipped off to the possible location of the incoming injection. Crime of this sort receives an immediate death sentence. The public started gaining trust in the teleportation devices again. The problem has, for the time being, been solved, but a new level of criminal is waiting just around the corner.